The boys finally found a good enough excuse for me to go to Las Vegas for the first time. That's right, a Star Trek convention. The original plan was that the three of us would be attending Saturday only, but then last minute we got word that Brent Spiner, who Cameron really wanted an autograph from, had switched his days of appearance to only Thursday and Friday. Consequently, Cameron decided to go the day earlier, and then Moses, after hearing this, decided to go a day earlier than that to make it a 3-day experience. Moses would be flying Frontier from Ontario Airport, Cameron would be driving, and I would be taking Flixbus from Montclair. I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to make a video comparing the options, especially considering the forthcoming high-speed rail being constructed between Rancho Cucamonga and Las Vegas. So let's see who's the best pre-Brightline West.
Clear for takeoff.
Alright, Moses didn't give me much footage to work with, but here we are in Ontario Airport. He says the security line took 15 minutes, the flight itself was 40 minutes, and it was another 15 to get off the plane. He didn't pay extra to choose his seat or for any luggage beyond the free personal item that came standard with the fare, which was a total of $36.98. And here's some planes.
Hey guys, Cam here. So, I'm driving. It is currently about 10 p.m. Thursday night, and I'm about to head to the Rio in Las Vegas. It's about a 3.5 hour drive ahead of me, about 4 hours-ish. I'm tired as hell, but I am not gonna miss a photo opportunity with Brent Spiner. How often do you meet the actor that played Data in Star Trek Next Generation? Coolest guy ever. I gotta stop and get gas, and then we'll get on the road. So these are my miles. I know Peter wanted me to show the miles at the start of my journey and at the finish, so this is the starting mileage. All right, I just got gas, and let's see, $4.60. We'll see if we can find it cheaper in Nevada. Okay, so I'm driving on the 15, and luckily the 15 goes directly from my parents' place where I'm staying at currently, unfortunately, pretty much all the way to the Rio. It goes directly to Vegas, directly through Vegas, and the Rio is literally like just off the freeway. So it's super convenient. Hopefully I don't hit too much traffic, but I gotta get back to driving. So yeah, here we go. Welcome to Nevada, boys. We are officially in Nevada, and I am so tired. It's past 1 a.m. It's not quite 2 a.m. I'm not sure exactly what time it is, but I'm exhausted. Just cannot wait to be at the hotel. I'm gonna be staying at the Rio. Moses is already there. He's staying at Excalibur. It's so funny because we didn't really plan this well. He had asked me if I wanted to split the cost of a room, and I was like, no, I don't really want to take another day off work. And then today came around, and I was like, I should probably just drive at night after work. So I ended up getting a hotel for myself at the Rio, and which is actually kept really convenient because the convention is at the Rio as well. So we're almost there, and let's just try to make it there safely. All right, I'm gonna get back to driving. So I got to the Rio, the hotel, and I went to check in, and she goes, "Oh, can I see your ID?" I pulled out my wallet and realized I forgot my ID in California. So I'm in Vegas with no ID. No alcohol for me this trip.
Alright, I think we're here. Thank you. Alright, we're here in Montclair outside this mall right here. We're about to get Flixbus to Las Vegas. This is my first time taking Flixbus. I had kind of difficulty finding the stop because it's not even marked with any signage of any sort. They just tell you to go to this place. The Foothill Transit bus stop is right next to it. I took the 480 to get here. It was the last 480 of the day, and I had to wait another hour and a half because this bus leaving at 1:35 a.m. Here it is. Oh golly gee. Oh baby. It's not even labeled Flixbus. And we're off. We encountered a bit of construction traffic on the 10 freeway through Ontario, but aside from that, it was smooth sailing. The whole ride took about 5 hours. The ticket was $44. I apparently got some sleep because I remember putting on an album that was 40 minutes long, and it felt like it was over after 6 minutes, so good for me. It's 3:30 in the morning. We stopped for a rest stop in Barstow. We'll be back on the road in like 20 minutes. Honestly, the only things worth complaining about were the seat assignments didn't mean anything because the numbers on the ticket didn't match the numbers in the bus. And then right after the rest stop in Barstow, someone was spraying cologne in the bus, which was really noxious. But really nothing major to complain about. I even got to enjoy this nice sunrise as we entered into Nevada. Welcome to Las Vegas. Yeah, on the map it confused me that the mall is called the Fashion Show. But hey, we're here. We arrived about 25 minutes late. It's like 6:30 in the morning. Now time to walk to the Rio because I'm too cheap for a cab. And I was thinking about taking the bus, but they have a separate fare structure for visitors and residents. And I think that's and I'm not going for that, all right? I'm not wasting $4 to go an extra block. Oh, look at all that bread. There's the Deuce bus, the one that I was just complaining about. That's how I'm getting to the Rio, one way or another. It's about 1.5 miles. Okay, going the right way, yay. There's that big ball thing. Looks like the street is too enormous to have a crosswalk, so we get the nice escalator. That takes you right into Treasure Island, but I'm going this way. Alright, I've started liking Las Vegas a lot better, because who doesn't like pirates? It combines two of my favorite motifs, pirates and spiral staircases. What's not to love about Treasure Island? I mean, it's a nice looking bus, but you know how I feel about double-deckers. They're too short for me. So I guess the Mirage went out of business? No shortage of strip club advertisements on the sidewalk. Oh, no way, battle bots. I know some people who are into that. Pigeons. There's some transit pass vending machines as they pressure wash the bus stops and trim the olive trees. I apparently made a wrong turn because the street wasn't labeled. Hey, it's the hotel that one band from like Norway is named after that they had to change the name because they didn't want to be named after the hotel. This street is too pedestrian hostile and incoherent. I'm giving up. We're going the next street. I was trying to get to the Rio like this, but I didn't realize J. Sarno Way went underneath Caesar's Palace and was really not intended for pedestrians. So I went down to Flamingo Road instead. Love me some evaporative cooling. Alright, I'm really banking on this street called Flamingo having a sidewalk, because if not, I'm screwed. Alright, it's looking promising. We do have to walk over the 15 freeway, so... I'm just blown away at how massive these buildings are. Alright, after much getting lost, we're finally crossing over the 15. The Rio is right across. They gave us a pedestrian bridge over the off-ramp. So by default, the Rio is the best hotel in Vegas because it's the one I'm going to, and it's the one that has the Star Trek convention. And it's named after a Duran Duran album. Don't quote me on that. Clouds are giving us a reprieve from the blaring sunlight. There's some train tracks right in front of the Rio. Now for the ungodly task of trying to find the lobby. I'm led to believe this is the main entrance. Well, look who it is.
Cameron's ass is still asleep.
I'm not surprised. Hey, I feel like I'm in a Bruno Mars music video. These hotels are so big, it's like walking through a maze. So like every hotel has a casino in it too. And a convention center.
Dude, even at the airport, you
And
get
like-
off, you see like slots.
I've never been to Vegas, it's hard to adapt to.
I stopped by an Arco and they had like 4 slots. At an Arco.
Earlier than last time, because I look so weird on such a big screen. And now it hasn't even left South Paris. Yo, I feel so luxurious. I got to stay at a room in the Rio for 4 hours. And to get hyped for the convention, we're watching Orville because Star Trek isn't on Netflix anymore. Yeah, CBS, take that. We already paid enough to get here, right?
Paid enough?
Yeah, we're not buying another subscription service.
No, yeah, I've already spent like honestly probably over $1,000.
Jeez.
Yeah. Between tickets, hotels. Keep in mind, I had another hotel room last night that I didn't end up using because I left my ID.
Wow. You know how much I spent?
How much did you spend?
Like $110.
You. But I also bought like the photo op with Brent Spiner. I bought like 2 autographs.
And you stayed more days than me.
Yeah.
You actually stayed any days. The whole premise of this trip is that it was planned very poorly, so we all took 3 different modes of transit to get here, but that created content for me so we can compare the 3 modes.
Yeah, it was definitely, like the
we
logistics of this planning was not great.
We all independently booked our own trips to come here on 3 different days, and we all chose different modes, just because that's the default one we went with.
I love the coordination.
Yeah, but we made it. I got my picture with Brent Spiner. I got my autograph.
I get the award for spending least money. Welcome to the 21st century. You can check out on a TV. We thought you had to go down to the desk.
They wanted to go old school. I'm like, I checked that on my phone at my the hotel. They wanted to do it.
Well, if you think of it, these hotels are so big, they don't want hundreds of people rushing the front desk at the same time to check out. So it does make sense.
First of all, what do you do with your key if you check out this way?
They always have drop boxes.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm glad Cameron, this was his idea. I'm glad he finally found something that would convince me to come to Vegas for the first time, because there's like nothing here for me. Yeah. Like not the gambling, not the not the drinking. Star Trek, baby. By the way, this shirt was from the Canyon Hills garage sale for like $1.
Oh, that's sick. I just noticed that.
So we're gonna do a cost comparison. My bus fare was like $40. Go.
Mine was around the same price, like 40.
A plane costs the same as a bus.
But again, factors such as I only brought a personal item, which was like a tote bag.
A plane costs the same as a bus. Still, even though it was Frontier.
Yeah, it was Frontier. They you know, their CO2 emissions isn't the lowest, you know, so they're very eco-friendly too. Bonus points.
I don't know how that understands to. It was only $40. How much did you spend to get here?
About $25-ish per way.
It's cheaper to drive than take a bus. And a car can fit more people than a single bus ticket.
And more luggage with no extra charge. Yeah, personal item was, you know, I was limited to what I could take.
It seems the bus wins last place in both cost and travel time, but something would happen on our return trip that would tilt the scales a little bit. Well, convenience, he had to physically drive a vehicle.
Yeah.
You had to go through security.
15 minutes. TSA line was 15 minutes.
And I had to sit on a bus with whoever else was on the bus.
The flight, it was 40 minutes.
I also had to wait an hour and a half in Montclair to get the bus.
Same. I had to wait like an hour and a half because I kind of arrived early. But TSA line was 15 minutes.
So how does Brightline West stack up? We'll just have to wait till it exists. We're saying maybe they shouldn't put the key drop right next to the trash can, because Cameron almost confused it for the other one.
Yeah.
Cameron, how are there so many footprints on the wall? Are people like dancing on the ceiling here? There must be some lore behind this because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, we're in. Got my wristband. We're official. Nice, a Lego collection. All right, now we're really in. Whoa, it's a computer?
Dude, yeah, that's a
shaped like the board cube.
Yeah.
I love the plates. So the whole thing's like half the size of the anime convention I went to in Sacramento. Pretty manageable. Not as chaotic. Autographs from people I actually recognize.
But the thing, I think I just felt a responsibility to deliver this new idea and somehow tiptoe around Patrick, who was just cool.
So what did I learn from that panel? That many movies have way bigger budgets than a lot of transit projects. And that's kind of frightening. And the budget for this video was $110. How can they not do that?
Dude, if I spent $1,000 on just my part of this trip, this video was at least $1,000.
Touche. Alright, we're heading out. We're gonna stop in Barstow for some snacks. That must be the massive HVAC system for this place. Since we were all leaving at the same time, Cameron agreed to drive us home. Let's get out of town. So is this the biggest Chevron because it's right next to the border and it's cheaper to buy gas in Nevada?
Let's see what they're at.
$4.99 for regular. That's not cheaper than California right now. False advertising. But really, if gas is cheaper than $150 a gallon, it's still a good deal. What the f***? If you do the calculation of how long it takes to walk versus how much you get paid minimum wage, $150 a gallon is a good deal.
You should run for Congress with that as your platform. I think you'd win.
Maybe. Cameron's engine is malfunctioning.
Holy it's catching fire. Is it really? Yeah.
protect the goods. In my defense, I don't know shit about cars, but it looks like the coolant is leaking. And that's not a good thing when it's 111 outside. We noticed that the air conditioning stopped working.
Yeah, it's hot.
And we noticed the light that had oil temperature on kept going on. And that red one with the thermometer kept going on. And then the check engine light went on and it started smoking and smelling like burning fish or something.
Yeah, not great. Not a great sign for driving conditions.
Well, lucky we all decided to come back with you so you have more people to be with.
Yeah, thank God.
Or as Cameron would later describe, my dashboard lit up like the Enterprise. Cameron's trying to figure out what the heck to do. We'll keep posted of what happens. We also learned that rideshare services are effectively useless when you're trying to get a ride from the middle of nowhere. We now called for a police escort because not all of us will fit in the tow truck. This is supporting my non-car owning lifestyle.
This trip has been a logistical nightmare.
It was a logistical nightmare before this happened.
Yeah.
I mean, we should have just all taken the bus.
This was the cherry on the cake. You know what's funny is I was actually worried about the car catching on fire because there's been like multiple trucks have caught on fire like this summer, and I was like, I hope that's not me. I hope
So does this mean that takes him out of the transit race? You know, the best transportation to Vegas. Not that I'm trying to win, and it's really that's the last thing I should think of. But you know, that takes him out of the race, right?
Not if we're all in the same car right now. But I think this does knock off a few points. We're saved in some sort. Yay. Alright, Cameron, how's it going?
Well, we're in the back of a cop car.
You're in the back.
Yeah, I guess.
I got the front seat. We're going to Eddie's World. Oh, there's the big ice cream cone. The joke was, you mean you called the cops to rescue you so you could get ice cream? But yeah, thank goodness for the police. Shout out to Officer Jimenez for letting me film in his car.
You guys want me to drop you off here or over there?
Whatever's more convenient.
Sustenance. By the way, I haven't told you this yet, but I haven't eaten anything since Thursday.
What?
I was fasting for this trip.
I was thinking of fasting for this trip too. I failed.
I was prepared for a crisis situation already.
Hey, this reminds me kind of like a White Castle kind of trip, you know?
Yeah, Harold and Kumar. This is such a tourist trap. I love it. I got some trail mix to break my fast and some Gatorade. We're enjoying the patio accommodations here.
Yeah. Got a free table. Just to ourselves.
Wait a minute. That's no ice cream cone. That's a water tank. Why else would it have pipes coming out of it? Wow, this is really luxurious. Captain's log, stardate August 3rd, 2024. Time is about 5:30. We're getting a Berlin airlift from Cameron's dad, and then somehow the tow truck situation is gonna work. Apparently the original tow truck canceled on us because we left the scene, and that's dumb. So this is why I don't drive.
Ready for a Berlin airlift?
So Cameron's dad picked us up. We drove back to the car to meet up with the tow truck, which was 30 miles away from the direction we're traveling, and we were on our way. Cameron later had to pay $1,300 for a new radiator, so maybe it cost a bit more than $25 to drive to Vegas. But at least we got some funny stories out of it. Driving back, we saw the sunset through the city of Barstow. Famous railroad town. Alright, we made it back, yay. What did we learn? Don't go to Las Vegas. No. We need a freaking high-speed rail to Las Vegas. That's what we learned. Brightline West, coming soon. Hopefully 2028. And also regular speed rail. Amtrak Desert Wind returning. Anybody? What else did we learn? Oh my gosh. This trip spawned so many inside jokes. I think the highlight of it was actually getting stranded and breaking down. Definitely one for the books. Alright. Yeah.